Hello web surfers, it's not Moist Critical here with another ass-grabbing, cock-slapping great video to show you guys. So a lot of you guys seem to be quite confused, thinking that I'm Moist Critical, or at least I'm related to Moist Critical in some way, shape, or form. So I'm here to list the 5 reasons why I'm not Moist Critical. Number 1, I have never heard of Moist Critical. Now, people were flooding my comments with this, but I've never heard of a content creator called Moist Critical or Penguins, or I think someone said that his name is Charlie or something like that. Now, I basically live on the internet. I basically live on YouTube as a whole, and I feel like I would have finally come across someone like that, especially with how big people say he is. But I never actually have. I've never watched a single one of his videos. I feel like if I have, I probably would have remembered him, seeing as how similar people say we both are to each other. But I can't say I have. I've never come across the guy. So if I've not come across him, if I don't even know who he is, we can't be related or we can't be the same at all. Number 2, I absolutely tower over this pipsqueak. Now, from the little data I've gathered, it seems like this guy stands at around 5'5", 5'6", maybe even 5'7" on a really, really good day. So I'm just gonna give him 5'7" to give him the benefit of the doubt. But if you get me standing up, I stand at a staggering 5'9". You can't really tell through the camera, but I stand at a staggering 5'9", which completely just towers over this guy. Like if the sun were both hitting us and I stood in front of him, like he'd just completely disappear. That's how much taller I am. And with a difference of a lot of inches, being 2 inches, that goes a long way. If you ask my girlfriend or any other girl I've been with, 2 inches is a lot. Now, the next one's a little bit of a similarity, but the difference is within the sport. I've heard a lot of people say that he's really good at basketball, even comparing him to like a Steph Curry or a prime LeBron James. But I've also been compared to like a Manchester United Cristiano Ronaldo or a Pep Guardiola Lionel Messi in the football space. I can deliver a disgusting free kick. My long shots are to die for. And if you have me dribbling through 3 men, they wouldn't even notice that I've gone past them. In fact, I've nutmegged enough people in my entire career to put that entire part of the farming industry completely under fire. That's the level we're talking about here. Number 4, and I'm going to give him quite a bit of props here, he can dance a lot better than me. In fact, if me and him were in the dance floor, busting it down, he'd bust out some pretty fucking sick moves, and the only thing I'd be busting is busting my ass to fucking run out of the club. In fact, if you had me and an ironing board in like this anime death dance battle thing, the ironing board would win, like convincingly, hands down. The ironing board probably has more fluid movement than I do. In fact, if you picked it up, threw it up, and like it kind of flapped open and just clacked around on the floor until it finally became stationary, you would probably still bust a better dance move than I would in this sad, pathetic body. And the final reason why I'm not Moist Critical is because he has a room full of cool, amazing stuff, the stuff that I'm even jealous of. I have Ollie. Now, with all this stupidity out of the way, the whole reason I'm doing this video, if you're confused or if this is the first time you've seen my channel and you don't really know what's going on, a couple of days ago, I posted a video that did extremely well on my channel. A lot of people resonated with it and agreed with me, but a lot of people decided to leave some comments saying that the video resembled Moist Critical quite a lot. So let's just go through some of the comments because I found a lot of them quite funny. So just a couple of the ones that I got are Indie Moist Critical, White Suburban Moist Critical, whatever the fuck that means. You look like Charlie. Fair enough. I don't think I do. I think I'm missing the beard and the hair and everything. The whole Jesus look, basically, but fair enough. This guy's the new Penguins Zero. Moist Critical if he had short hair. This guy like watching a Charlie video. Did you study his personality? Now, there were more Moist Critical alike comments that I got, but it was mostly like just talking about the video, not saying that I look like him or I remind him of them or just something like that. So I got quite a few of them. And kind of going off that like last one, because a lot of people will think, hey, you're copying Moist Critical. Let me let you into my brain for a little bit so you kind of know why I do content like this. So a lot of you won't actually know, but I actually have a main channel that's purely about gaming, and that channel's personality is, I'd say, more or less akin to a Jacksepticeye, because it's always the way I like to act. I always like to act hyper and loud and stuff like that. So if you only watch this channel, watching that is probably a little bit weird. But whilst I've always had that type of personality inside of me, I've always enjoyed kind of like talking a bit slower, talking a bit more somber, and being just overall very sarcastic. The 2 personalities that have always been big in my life is being very hyper loud, fun, and also being this very somber, sarcastic personality. And that's kind of the reason I made two channels. One channel can be hyper fast, quick, you know, that type of old Jacksepticeye content. And this second channel can kind of be like a mind dump, the type of things I like to do other than playing games, like watching silly videos, watching stuff about people being degenerates, making fun of people, just all these things that I can't do on my main channel. And the reason it's so Moist Critical like is for a couple of reasons. One, whenever people say you're copying this person, it's not necessarily that you're copying them. The reason we watch the people that we watch is because we like a lot of the same things they do. We have a lot of the same traits they do. That's why we kind of get on well together. It's because we find similarities between us and those people. Not only that, my main channel kind of takes up a lot of time, especially considering I upload practically every day, apart from one day where I stream. So I basically have content out every day. So the last thing I want to do is have another channel where I'm like pumping out content and taking ages to kind of like edit. So when I first stumbled across a Moist Critical video, I saw, hey, videos that don't have a lot of effort put in, like the same as like a lot of other channels, can still do really well. So doing this, it kind of allowed me to make other content that's really low effort. I could kind of just record some other video, record me commenting about it, and then just cut the little bits off, and people will watch it. And even if it doesn't, this isn't the main focus of my YouTube goal. My main focus is my main channel, but this channel could always just be like a mind dump, and I know that at some point it might do well because people enjoy watching this type of stuff. So yes, for those of you thinking you're exactly like Moist Critical, or for those of you thinking a bit more cynically and you're like, you're copying Moist Critical, I am and I'm not. I'm copying his format in the sense of, I know it works, it's low effort, I could kind of do it as like a fun passion project. If it does well, then great. But in the sense of like, a lot of it is similar to him. Yeah, it is, because he kind of pioneered this way of doing YouTube. I can't really think of another content creator, apart from myself, who does YouTube videos like this. And if anything, it's just more of this type of content, which a lot of you seem to like because a lot of you watch him and you can enjoy it. And hopefully I deliver the same, or maybe not the same. I don't enjoy stuff that's exactly the same, but I deliver a similar experience, but my own twist on it that you guys can enjoy when maybe he does another video out. So the more the merrier, right? Anyway, I kind of just wanted to talk about that because I had an insurmountable amount of comments talking about the similarity between me and Moist and stuff like that. And I just wanted to say, I am a huge fan of him. I watch practically every video that I can of him whenever I've got like spare time or I'm eating something. And yeah, just to point out there, I'm not Moist Critical, okay? Anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about. Goodbye.